What's up, guys? Jay, MorninAfterKill, and if you're a Borderlands fan and you've engaged with the online Borderlands community in the past 10 years or so, then you'll know that among the fan base, there's a few memes that have persisted through time that you come to accept and know as a Borderlands fan. Buff Money Shot, Nerf Kunai. Referencing Gearbox's questionable decisions over the years regarding balance issues. Randy Pitchford is cringe.
When shedding a tear and crying like a gamer with self-loathing and low self-esteem.
And no matter how bad your copy of Borderlands runs on whatever platform you're playing on, at least it's not the PlayStation Vita version of Borderlands 2. All 7 of the PlayStation Vita Borderlands 2 players also agree with that sentiment. However, with Borderlands 3 releasing on the Switch, the possibility for bad gaming memes is around every corner. You don't believe me? Just ask the Smart Gun XXL. And that doesn't mean that the Switch has no redeeming qualities by any means. It's just fun as gamers to see how bad the downgrade actually is at some points. Even sometimes with the Switch struggling to load the loot explosion after a kill. Bro, where's my loot? The loot had to load! The loot had to load! I can't even! Now, luckily, young and up-and-coming YouTuber and also friend of the Morning After community, Hellfire, is one of the 7 PlayStation Vita Borderlands 2 owners. And he was willing to take time out of his day to see if the PlayStation Vita, a handheld that's 2 generations behind the current generation, can outperform the recent Borderlands 3 Switch port in loading from the OS home screen all the way to the character title menu select screen. So we can see a side-by-side comparison and find out which one deserves the title of worst Borderlands portable port. And I know it seems like a fairer comparison would be Borderlands 2 on the Switch versus Borderlands 2 on the Vita, but would that really be fairer considering that the Vita was considered current generation hardware when Borderlands 2 was released? And Borderlands 2 is 2 generations behind the Switch in hardware generations. So it's obvious that the Switch would run a game that's 2 generations older better than a game that's running on its, quote unquote, the Vita was current generation hardware when it was released. So, Borderlands 3, however, was released in 2019. And that's a time when the Switch was considered current generation hardware. Just like the Vita compared to Borderlands 2. Borderlands 2 on the Vita versus Borderlands 3 on the Switch, in my opinion, this doesn't get any fairer in comparison. But as you can see, the loading times on the Vita are actually much more palatable, taking 1 minute and 47 seconds to load from OS home screen to select menu. And the Switch is still chugging along, taking a full minute longer than the Vita version to load, clocking in at 2 minutes and 37 seconds, taking longer to load than most bosses take to kill in Borderlands 3. So, my name is Jay, MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you leave thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for y'all motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. Now, hopefully, we'll see an update for Borderlands 3 when the rumored Switch 2 releases, because as it sits right now, the Switch's hardware just has a really hard time loading Borderlands 3, even after receiving several graphical and gameplay downgrades in development. The Switch still struggles to load Borderlands 3, with a lot of textures either taking a while to pop in or even failing to load altogether, as evidenced by the ugly ass shit brown floor in the kilovolt fight, because sometimes the electrified textures just don't feel like loading in. And while I'm enjoying my time playing Borderlands 3 on the Switch, I think I'm enjoying it all for the wrong reasons, because the Switch version of Borderlands 3 just might be a treasure trove of just bad gaming memes. So, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. My name's Jay, MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see y'all motherfuckers later. Hey, would you look at that? The floor textures finally loaded in. Unfortunately, when they did, now I'm stuck halfway in the map. Because my clone was halfway underneath the map, because half the textures weren't loaded, and I switched to my clone, and now I have to wait for my cooldown to come back so I can put my clone down and get the fuck out of the floor.